Yes, yes, yes. We are live, folks. There we go. There's about
Much
I guess a 30-second delay. It looks like.
okay.
So that's exciting. So that's
See
exciting.
it now?
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. Wow. It does. No,
There we
we
go.
missed the whole intro. We missed the whole intro. Okay. Now, but see, now I understand. Now I understand how this live stream works. Now I get it. I
Okay.
get it. So we're good. We are live, Caroline. This is exciting. Hello, everyone. Well, we don't. I don't think we have any viewers yet, but we will. Spam, Caroline. Spam. I am.
Spam.
Oh, we're off to a rough start already. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Gothic Graveyard Show. My name is Reverend Peter. I am here with the wonderful, the amazing, the alluring, the macabre Caroline Carnivorous. Caroline, hello.
Hi.
She's like, hi.
I
Uh,
could hate Peter right now because we fucked up the whole live thing, but okay, let's just do it again and hopefully people will watch it and we can have some fun.
yes, yes. Oh, Caroline, Caroline, we got it. But we got a pretty, we got a packed show today. We got
Yeah.
some pretty good segments going on. So, one thing, as the last show goes, we apparently ruffled some feathers. Apparently, we got a few more found thumbs down and thumbs up because we apparently our views aren't they're rocking the boat a little bit apparently. So because of that, I thought we might as well just get the talk about the elephant in the room, and we should just and get it out of the way because every goth YouTuber has addressed it at some point. Might as well just get it right out of the way now. What is goth? What is being goth? Uh, Now we're going to talk about the the online community in a little bit, but we both taken some heat from our views on that the answer. To me, the answer is very simple. It's very straightforward. There's not really a whole lot of ambiguity to it. But apparently, that's so there are some who disagree with that. Some people feel goth is whatever you want it to be. It's make up as you go along. It's a fucking choose your own adventure book. Um, that's an old school reference. Not everyone will get that one, but and the answer is no. You are wrong. Uh, before the hate, oh, Reverend Peter, you're trying to tell people what goth is. You're trying to control people. You're trying to be a Mister Gothier than thou. All this good stuff. No, actually, I am just reiterating what is already published, documented history, and I am just using that as my baseline, things that have come before, and I'm using that as my baseline to form this viewpoint. I did not wake up yesterday. I did not roll out of bed and say, you know what, this is what goth is now, and yay me. I did not. This is not something I just created out of the blue, or I just felt, trying to put my own, uh, my own take on what goth is. I'm just using pre-existing literature, pre-existing books, and the documented historical journey of the goth subculture from its beginnings as it broke away from punk in the late 70s to now. Has it evolved? Has it changed? Yes, of course. But every subculture, every group, you have to have a baseline. You have to have a baseline to say this is the core of what of beliefs and foundation of what this subculture, what this organization, what this collective is all about. And if you don't have that baseline, then yes, then it's a free for all. Uh, excuse me. So that's really that's really where we're at. Um, and I'll let you go more into detail about this, Caroline. But basically, the baseline, as documented in books and literature and what have you, uh, interviews and everything. As I mentioned, goth was a breakaway from punk. The goth music that broke away, it was a bit more somber than the punk. Punk is all about, rage against the man and rebellion and sticking it to the man and all that good stuff, which is fine. But the goth movement that broke away from that started on an organic level, kind of forming its own thing, was more somber, more introspective, a bit more low key, and it took on some macabre elements as well. Uh, you know, Definitely as time went on, fashion and art and those kind of dark aspects, bled into the subculture. But the very beginning, it was, people who, not necessarily the stereotypical depressed goth, but people who were just more introspective, a little bit more low key than your typical rage against the man punk rocker. And the music took a more introspective, a more somber, a more soulful approach, a darker approach, and that's that and then the genre of goth music came about, and then again it took on kind of these darker macabre elements, and then you have literature. Then of course the Gothic literature which existed. Had already existed, became part of the subculture, and the architecture, and all those other art and all those other elements. Now, so to me, like I said, the bass line is very simple. It's an appreciation for the goth music. Do you have to know every band and listen to every song and listen to it nonstop 24/7? No, but just have an appreciation, at least understand the basics and have an appreciation for the music, and of course the macabre elements. Have an appreciation for the architecture or the literature or the art or the fashion or something along those lines, and that's it. And to me, that's the baseline of what makes a goth a goth. If those are, it's pretty simple. So what about your take, Caroline? What's your take on this whole what is goth?
Well, it doesn't have to be so complicated as people make it to be. Like, it's essentially just, do you like goth music? Well, then you're most likely a goth. The word goth is used, or was used, as a fan of goth rock and post-punk type music, so that's what it is, basically.
Right.
And
Right.
then you, of course, have the literature, architecture, all the art forms like that, which we also appreciate. And then you have stuff like the look. Well, I look terrible right now, but you know what I mean.
You're not goth, Caroline. You're not goth. You're not wearing a corset, and you don't have a parasol, and you don't have a veil, and your gown isn't flowing 10 feet from your body. You're done. You're done. You're not goth. You can't be goth, Caroline. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're done. You're done, girl.
But
But some
uh,
people think that's what goth is, though.
yeah, and that's kind of sad, really, because we see these people mostly on Amino. In my case, that they say that oh, my parents won't let me be goth, and that just means that they're not allowed to buy crazy clothing like that, and that has pretty much nothing to do with it. It's not like they're taking away your interests, unless they actually are taking away your music and your books and your internet. But yeah, you don't have to dress or look goth to be goth. It's just who you are, and it's not something you become. You just are. Of course, you can learn about it and discover it.
Which
That's something
which all
else,
baby
but it's
bats
not
should.
something you have to, I don't know, find this checklist and like check off all of those, and then finally you get your goth card and stamped for every goth point you accumulate.
Yes.
I don't
Uh,
know.
Indeed.
See,
And
It's just weird.
let's do some shout outs though. We got a few people watching. Hello to a good friend of mine, Chris Carpenter, a good online friend of mine. And then we got Ranja and Sarah in our chat room. So hello, folks. Well, nice to have you here. If you have any questions, want to throw anything out, feel free. We're very interactive here. Just talk to us. Give us your feedback in the chat. So yeah,
On the just saying. Yeah, it's like the best friend I've made on Gothic Amino, so yeah, and we're going to wave Gothic Treffen together, so that'll be fun.
yes, yes. And when you that's for those who did not watch the first episode, because we talked about it there. That is basically the largest goth culture gathering in the world, if not Europe, but definitely the world. So
Yeah, I think it's the world. There's not like official numbers because it takes place in an entire city, so they can't base it on just the tickets sold. But there's at least 20,000 attendants each year. Some say 50, but I'm not sure. But thousands of goths every year.
yeah, yeah, that's exciting, and I can't wait till you go. I'm sure you'll bring back some video and some pictures, and I'm definitely post those on the YouTube channel, and we'll definitely talk about it when you return. Really looking forward to your experiences, and you can tell us about some cool new bands. Hopefully, you'll see some cool new bands and
Oh
get
yeah.
some video. That'd be exciting. That'd be exciting.
Right now, they've been announcing a few bands now, and I'm most excited for The Mission, Skinny Puppy, V&V Nation is
Oh
playing.
wow, I love VNV.
Uh,
I love VNV.
what's it called? That band. Also, the Trees dot dot. And I also saw Amanda Palmerus playing, and a lot of friends of mine love her, so I might check that out too. But there are over 200 bands playing during that festival, so I have to prioritize when the whole lineup is
Mm-hmm.
done. Then
Mm-hmm.
I can, okay, when and where is this happening, and I need to make a schedule.
Nice.
It's gonna be jam packed.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. But getting us back. I think you brought up a really important point. That fashion has taken a pretty dominant role in the goth culture, and I would argue even too big of a role. Some people think, oh, if you're all in black, you're goth. And so fashion has been equated to one's gothiness, if you will. And
Yeah.
that's not true. I mean, fashion is an aspect, but it's not the end all be all. You can just be in a black T-shirt and black and black jeans, and you don't need to pull a Reverend Peter walking down. Yeah, see, and that doesn't affect your gothiness or if you're goth or not. I mean, that's why the term casual goth is even a thing. Because there are some people, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they're not pulling a Reverend Peter walking down the street in his top hat and his Victorian coat, and I mean, does it help the coolness factor? Sure, but does it make or break you, or make you any more goth than anyone? No, of course not. That's all fluff and pomp and circumstance, and that's all optional stuff. You don't need to do that. Like I said, the
Things are just on the outside. It's what on the inside that counts, and goth is about your interests, not
right,
how crazy you look.
yeah,
Like, sure, we do dress pretty crazy,
yeah,
but
yeah. But that's why there's so many different fashion styles, and some of them are
yeah.
very opposing each other. You got the perky goths, you got the cyber goths, you got the rivet head metal goths, um, you got the corporate goths, the Victorian goths, the romantic goths, uh, the
Oh, the
albino or white goths, even. Yeah, I mean it's just
ghost goth.
what's that?
They call it ghost goth
Oh,
sometimes.
oh,
It
the
makes
ghost goths too.
sound.
Oh, geez,
I think
see,
Fedora Batrat coined that term. I don't know.
really?
She also calls herself upper class goth.
Really?
which I found hilarious.
What?
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
and
know.
for those who
I
don't
don't know.
know, the albino, ghost, white god, whatever terminology you want to use, that's basically goths who wear the Victorian clothing, but it's all white instead of black or dark colors. It's very interesting.
Looks
Um,
really,
what's that?
it looks really cool.
It does. It really does.
Though I probably couldn't pull that off.
No, no, no. I gave up wearing white many years ago. One of the primary reasons, I'll tell you, I wear any light colored clothing, guaranteed within 30 minutes I'm going to have a stain on it. Like, it's just this obvious freaking food or something. I'll get something on it, grease or dirt or I don't know, some way, shape, or form. If I wear a white shirt, done. This done. It's yeah. Within an hour, it's just like I got this ugly spot, stain, dirt, whatever on it, and it's just like yeah. I attract dirt like a magnet when I wear white. So you know. So yeah, so that's one of the well, that's one. So that was one of my reasons when I was very young. I gave up on white or really light colored clothes.
Wearing white sometimes, but like a white shirt and maybe like an underskirt, something like that, but not like the entire outfit.
Right.
I just nah, that's not me really. But anyway, talking about the whole fashion thing, um, we have these stores like Killstar. I've never been
Hmm.
on their website or anything, but I see on Gothic Amino that this is like a very big thing that you have to buy all of their stuff. And it's
Yeah, you have to. You will be more goth if you buy from our store.
not creative at all, and people don't
Yeah.
realize that goth came from punk, and all the punks they were just poor kids, like
Yeah.
most kids are. They wore secondhand clothes, ripped them to shreds, put safety pins on everything. Why not do that? Like, why can't we do what they did? And
More
like
DIY.
this,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
I
DIY.
just
DIY. Sorry.
really see, because we are all about being different.
Yeah.
So why would we then become like the mainstream of goth, like
By
these
mass
do?
produced. Yeah. By mass
Yeah,
produced. Yeah.
like
Like Hot
I have to
Topic.
admit, I do buy some stuff from some goth stores, like
Hmm.
EMP and stuff like that. But I'm much more of a bigger fan of independent designers, where the clothing is often custom
Hmm.
and it's actually worth the price and it's unique and stuff like that, instead of just buying something that everyone else has. Plus, I don't even like the stuff that Killstar sells. It's all that new goth with
Hmm.
the full of pentagrams and occult symbols that people who wear them they don't understand what they mean.
Yeah.
Uh,
Don't get that's a whole nother topic. That's another
yeah,
topic
that
that makes me
trend,
sad.
like pastel, all of these trends, they're just based on fashion, and that's just pretty shallow. They just make younger people misunderstand what it's really about, and that's a shame. But you don't have to get all of these stuff and all that shit to be a goth. It just saddens me so much, and I have to explain this to young people every single day.
Yes.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah. It is. It is. Fight. We can only fighting the fight. Just education, education, education. That's really all we can do. Now, Chris in a chat room says, I saw the first episode of the show. I'm loving it. Thanks to my girlfriend of almost 3 years for getting me interested in Wicca and the Gothic culture. And I can thank Peter for getting me interested too. Oh, thank you so much, Chris. He goes on to say he has a lot of respect for Gothic subculture and the people in the Gothic subculture. Um, and he, gives me a shout out again, which I greatly appreciate. Uh, and so yeah, so he's a big he's just says some nice kind words. So thank you, Chris, and thank you for watching. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's awesome to have people watching. That is exciting.
Yes, yes,
And me,
we got people watching. Dun dun dun. Uh, Hello, watching people. Feel free to say hi in chat.
Ah,
Um,
if, if you think we're wrong or something, tell us. We
yes,
want to.
yes. Oh, speaking of wrong, I got beat up on the Gothic Amino app this week. I was just explaining to people, they were talking about, you know, that Goth was basically make it up as you go along. Um, and and I said, well, no, actually, I said Goth is pretty well defined, as I mentioned earlier in this stream. That Goth is all about having an appreciation for the Goth music, um, and the macabre. Whether it's literature or art or architecture, what have you. I was like, that's the baseline for a goth. Everything else is pretty optional, and I got pretty beat up. Pretty beat up. Basically, me trying to people saying that I'm just trying to tell people what to do and how to be and how to live, and I'm trying to, I'm just going all rogue and going all cray cray, and no, it isn't people. It has nothing to do with that. It's just me reiterating, you know, uh, pre-established definitions of what goth is. It's no different than, uh, me saying, well, to be a chef, to technically be a chef, you need certain culinary training or experience, and you have to understand how to use industrial level, equipment. And that's just so on. Oh, look at you, Reverend Peter. You're trying to tell chefs how to be, and you're trying to take over that culture, and you're trying to redefine things, and blah blah blah. It's like, no, I'm just telling you what the definition of basically being a chef is. Every title, every culture, every organization, um, has a baseline, and things can be built up and things change, and yes, but there's always that baseline, and that's all I was trying to explain. It's not nothing I came up with. I didn't wake up, I didn't roll out of bed yesterday and just come up with this out of the blue. This is just stuff that are in books and the documented history of the goth culture and such. This is not something that I've just creating out of the blue just for kicks.
Yeah. And what people often misunderstand on Amino is that if we say that, I don't know, 21 Pilots isn't goth, it doesn't mean that you can't like them. It's just that they're not goth. There's
Yeah.
no need to be upset about it.
Right.
That's just the truth.
Yes, yes. You can, it's okay to have other interests, you know, uh, occasionally I like to listen to some catchy pop music. Doesn't mean
Shania Twain.
well, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Love it.
Okay. We're recovering from that. Recovering. I'm going to try to pretend we're just moving on from that. Um, but on a serious note, though, yeah, I mean, does it mean to be goth? Does it mean you got to be listening to only goth music or EBM or what have you, dark wave, and that's all you listen to? No, you can listen to other music. Doesn't make that other music goth. It just means you have more than one interest, and that's the other thing. You can be a goth and have many other interests. For example, myself, I'm part of the pagan Wiccan community. I'm part of the gaming community. I'm part of the martial arts community. There's more to me than just the goth subculture. Uh, and it's okay to have other interests. And in fact, I would hope you have more than one. Excuse me, more than just the goth interest. Uh, and you have other things you're into and doing. But just because you have other interests doesn't make them goth by default because you're part of the goth subculture as well, and that
Exactly.
unfortunately gets confused
Like,
as well.
yeah, I love black metal, for example, and that music to me is basically just as important as goth music to me, but I keep those things pretty separate, because those are
Yeah.
different things. I
Eh,
don't drag goth into black metal and black metal into goth.
right.
I
Right.
just like both of them, and that's okay. With that. So yeah.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, Goth. The bottom line is Goth is not make it up as you go along, and just do your, well, I'm interested in this, so it's Goth. That's like me saying, because I'm involved in the, again, just use, I've taken martial arts for many years. Just because I'm in a martial arts community, uh, you know, because I also like PC gaming doesn't mean PC gaming now somehow is all of a sudden magically associated with the the martial arts community, or part of that subculture. No, or that organization. That
Yeah.
yeah,
My Elsa tattoo isn't goth. Even though it's a tattoo on the goth person, it doesn't mean that she's suddenly goth.
no, Elsa is goth. She's the best. She's the biggest goth ever.
She actually wrote Bela Lugosi's dead, but she didn't want to let everybody know.
Oh,
So,
okay,
yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough.
But anyway,
Yeah, so there's a little I've had some drama on Gothic Amino, as I said lately, and you've had some things going on there. You've had a lot of
yeah.
baby bats, so you're trying to help a lot of baby bats there too. Tell us about your trials and tribulations, and what's been going on with that lately.
Well, the past week has been pretty bad, and it's made me kind of gone on the down low, and I haven't really been participating as much. But suddenly, a lot of people were they were saying that we were banning people because they weren't goth enough and stuff like that. I don't know where that comes from. That's crazy. Because most things we disable is because they're spam. Because it's a fucking selfie or something without any text whatsoever. That's why we disable stuff, for the most part. I don't understand why people are saying that we are kicking people out because they're not goth enough. That's just really weird. And what we want is that this is a gothic community, so we want people to discuss gothic related things, because often we are very alone in our love for gothic things.
Hmm.
So we can't really post that on our other social media, and people won't be as excited for Halloween stuff on sale as like-minded people. So we want to have a place where we can discuss all of that. And for some reason, people don't want to discuss things like that.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't know.
yeah, yeah. When they start posting these random posts about, just like like rock bands or non-goth related books or whatever. I mean, some people are confusing. I think the app has a very specific uh, uh, subject matter, and they think they're like trying sometimes they treat it like their personal Facebook page, and look what I ate today. Well, that's great.
Unless
I'm glad you're
you're
eating your
black,
fucking
we're not
vegetables,
into
but it has nothing to do with goth. Like, yeah. And so,
look how goth my roots.
ooh,
Oh,
that's a very goth. That's super goth right there. That's super goth. That's a super goth food. Caroline, you have a white plate in your house. I'm sorry, you're not goth.
oh shit.
Yeah. You don't have black plates. Everyone knows real goths have black fucking plates. Come on.
and toilet
What's that?
and toilet paper.
Yes. Yes. See? See? You get it. You know, girl. You know what's happening. All right. Finally, I want to talk about book of the week, book of the month, somewhere around there. We'll be doing this, but on a regular basis, we'll be talking about giving book reviews. And today, I want to talk about this book right here, Encyclopedia Gothica, by Lisa Ladoser. Sure. Um, this book is really good. I've seen it kicking around for a few years. I just picked it up. It's a good hardcover. You can get it on Amazon for like 19.95. Really good price. And this is 300 pages of goth goodness in alphabetical order, encyclopedia format. She talks about everything A to Z, everything that has to do with the goth subculture, uh, bands, fashion styles, artists, actors, uh, catchphrases, and common in jokes, record labels, styles of music, all things. Like for example, I'll just go through a few pages here. Um, Cinnabon, clan of Zamorks, Dead Can Dance, Deathhawk, Death Rock, Gothic Metal, Gothic Lolita, Flesh Tunnel, Fishnets, Flesh for Lulu, Faith and Muse, Edward Scissorhands, Elder Goth, Mall Goth, Manic Panic, Nosferatu, Nor Leather, Neoclassical, Nefs, Mute Records, Switchblade Symphony, Suicide Girls, Sweeping the Floor, Donna Riki, Renfield, Renfair, Orcus, Pick the Apple, Paulie Purdette. So this is, and it's just this is a sampling of, all things. Goth points, and we were joking about goth points are even defined in here. Yes, Caroline. So because you have a white plate, you get -1 goth points. Just saying.
Shit.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
do
know.
a lot of goth points, I swear. And on on that note, I have to recommend a video by Victor Morgore here on YouTube.
Yes.
He has this goth points video where he has like categories and how many goth points you get for each thing, and it's fucking hilarious. And he is an awesome person.
Good.
You need to check that out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And,
When
by
this
the
video
way-
gets published, make sure you put his link in the description.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
And Ray Gould says, "Tell Peter a viewer has his cape on and has cured lupus."
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's my buddy Ray. That's my Carnivorous Makeup is here.
Yeah, I'm not logged into Gothic Graveyard. I'm logged into my personal.
And
Oh, well.
do I need do I need a cape to listen here? Yes, yes. As we said, you need to put on your top hat, or you can't watch the show. Basically, if you don't have your top hat or your veil, if you're a female, then Though I gotta say though, in all seriousness though, females wearing top hats are kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. Caroline, I think we should make that a thing. I think Victorian goth women should wear top hats too. That's all I'm saying.
I really want a top hat, like Abe Lincoln type top hat, so I can compensate for my height. So I need to find some. Maybe I'll find some during Wave Gothic Treffen because they sell really extravagant hats there. So maybe. I probably have to travel with it on my head. It probably won't fit in the suitcase.
That's how I bring my top hat place. I just wear it. I can't obviously. I was going to wear it for the show, but obviously with the headset, it's just obviously not very.
I would love to
Not
do
very.
that.
Not very. Not. I can't wear it very
But
easily.
then there's a headset on top of.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's insane. That's insane. Ranja from the chat says she's actually read the Encyclopedia Gothica. I skimmed through it. Yeah, it's very good, Raja. I'm sure you would agree. It's really a great reference. It's great for baby bats or people just getting. Raja wants to know, does she get goth points for her bowler hat? Yes, you do.
Bring it to VGT. Wear it.
Yes,
That would be
wear it, my friend. You wear it. You do it proud.
By the way, love
You got
to say her
she gets +1
Ranja.
point. She's getting +1 goth points for that. But the book, yeah, it's really great. It's great for new people getting into it. Really gives them some history. It has some snarky snarky descriptions too, which I really like. I like the snarky, sardonic humor they use in some of the entries. So that's really I really like that, and it's just well written, very well researched, and as it's great for those just getting into the goth community, as well as people who've been in it for a while, like Caroline and myself. This is great for reference. I mean, I'll be the first to admit I don't know it all. There's no way you can know everything, and sometimes you hear about a record label or a band, and you're like, who the hell are them? Or some term you've never heard of before. So it's a great reference. So no matter where you are in the goth spectrum. Are you eating during our live show?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
My sweatpants are black. I'm in! Where's my wand?
Where's my wand? Yes. Now, upcoming shows. Did we cover all the topics, Caroline? Was there anything else before we wrap up?
Since you mentioned a book, I want to mention a book.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, girl.
Right now, I'm reading The Vampire Chronicles for the first time. Don't hit me.
Minus 2 goth points. Go ahead.
I've never read The Vampire Chronicles. I've only read, I think they're called, like, The New Tales of the Vampires or something by Anne Rice.
Mm-hmm.
So I just finished the first book. And I just have to say, like, the movie, I grew up with the movie because my mother loves horror vampire stuff. And that movie has really, like, stuck with me, like, the imagery and stuff. It's stuck with me since I was a kid till I got older and realized what it was. And the book gives a little bit more, like, insight and background, extends it a little bit more, but the movie also gives a little bit more, so that was kind of interesting.
Okay.
And now I'm reading the second book, The Vampire Lestat, which gives a little background on him. It's kind of his biography. And I'm really interested because in the first book, he just seems like an asshole, and you don't know anything about him. So I'm liking that one now.
Yeah, he both in the book and the movie, he comes off as basically an ass clown.
Yeah, and now I'm gonna find out why. Why is her doll behind her giving me the evil eye?
Yeah.
Well, this little one, she refuses to stay on the shelf with the others. So she's here with us today because she's a little rebel. Look, she's a little devil. So cute. Her name is Sin.
As it should be.
So, yeah. If she moves, don't mind that. It's just normal. Yeah. She jumps.
She jumps, yes. Ray says, read Brian Lumley's Necroscope series. I can't say I'm familiar with that, but yeah. Well, I'll have to Google that.
Yeah.
What's the topic about on that series, Ray?
We're waiting.
Yeah. So with that said, so what did you think of the movie interpretation? The interview with the vampire versus the book.
I thought it was pretty okay. Like, I like that the actors are like Tom Cruise and
yeah,
Brad
I know.
Pitt, Antonio Banderas. Like,
Antonio, come on! Everyone loves fucking Antonio Banderas with his sexy accent. He can get girls like no tomorrow with that accent. If I had that accent, man, I'd be a bad man.
Oh my god!
Come on. Okay, let's just be honest. Antonio Banderas does panties drop when he talks. That's just how it is. Magic. It's like he's a powerful wizard like that.
Okay. But yeah. One annoying thing though is that Armand or whatever, he's supposed to be a ginger, so it's kind of weird that they chose Antonio Banderas. But okay. But I hear that Queen of the Damned, which I haven't seen, is terrible. That Anne Rice hates it. And I'm excited to see the TV series that's coming up
Uh
since
huh.
she got the rights back.
Yes.
So that's be a TV series now, starting after Queen of the Damned, I think. So we're not gonna see the movies like again.
Right.
So it's gonna start where they left off. So yeah,
Oh, we got our first spammer.
lusting for hot twinks now
Yeah.
on Gape. I want hot twinks.
And Aurelius has been blocked. Look at that. Our first spammer we blocked. Yay!
I want hot twinks. They sound
Oh my
delicious.
goodness.
Where are
Ray
hot twinks?
says, yeah.
Nerd.
Nerd. Oh my goodness. We already got our first harasser. We're real now. Caroline, we're real
Real.
YouTubers now. Oh
Okay.
my goodness. He had such a cool
I like.
name,
I
but
like.
he had to be an ass clown. Like really, dude? Come on. Come on. So, I thought the movie was pretty well. Like I said, some of the casting choices, like you alluded to, was odd. But overall, I thought the movie was good. Overall, I really thought the movie was good. With that said, we got just to let everyone know what's coming up. Upcoming shows later on today. Not live streamed. We are going to be recording a episode with Oberyn Zell Ravenheart, pagan wizard, author, lecturer, founder, founder of the very influential Green Egg newsletter, pagan newsletter. Also founder of the Grey School of Wizardry online school. So that's going to be in the can later on today. Also, early February, we're going to have Raven Digitalis, author, goth, pagan. He's going to be on our show as well. I'm hoping to get you for that too, Caroline. I know, Oberyn, the interview, you will not be, you're going to be sleeping. So you may not be there for that interview, but hopefully you'll be there for Ravens later on in another week or so. So that's what's happening. We got some other interviews happening in the works. So keep an eye out on the Twitter for all our information. Caroline, how can people want to reach out to you? Give us the lowdown on your social media.
Well, I'm most active on my blog, carolinesometimes.blogspot.com. Instagram, Carnivorous Makeup. On Gothic Amino, I'm Caroline Carnivorous. Usually Caroline Carnivorous everywhere. As you can probably see from here, I'm Carnivorous Makeup on YouTube. So, yeah, I think that's it.
Cool, cool, yeah, and you can reach out to us, of course, on the Twitter at Goth_Graveyard. So want to send us email, the Gothic Graveyard at gmail.com. Or if you want to reach out to me directly, facebook.com/Gothic Wizard. And Ray wants to know every Sunday. Well, we're going to try to do the show every week on the weekends. The exact days that's to be determined. Caroline is 6 hours ahead of me, so we got to be a little creative with our times. Because she does not want to be doing a show at 1 in the morning her time.
Probably not.
No, probably not, because I'm catching her during dinner, and you know, in fairness, this is the second time we did the show today. We did have a show an hour ago before it was dinner time for her, and Reverend Peter fucked up. Basically, the stream didn't go through, so that was our bad.
I hate him now, so he has to do the show alone from now on, because I hate him now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
So we're gonna be trying to do anything every weekend. Either it'll be live or pre-recorded. Um, and yeah, and so that's what's going on with the Gothic Graveyard show. We try to do about a half-hour show every week. More give or take. Yeah, and I appreciate everyone watching, and feel free to comment on the video once it gets posted. If for those who couldn't watch it live, love your feedback, questions, comments, what you'd like us to address going forward. Any topics, any people you would like us to try to get for interviews, we'll be happy to do that as well. Last question. Is black the original color of goth and not morphed into every color? um, Save my question. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Next episode, we will cover the blackness of goth. Yes. Thank you all. Really appreciate everyone watching. Again, feel free to comment below. We love to get your feedback. And so for Caroline Carnivorous, the hungry one, and Reverend Peter, have a wonderful day and stay safe, all you bats. Have a good night.